In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to write a tiny Google App script to use the mail merge feature, which will help you to send mass emails. As a first step, open the Google Drive and create a Google App script file. And within it, I'm going to create a one script file called mail merge. Okay, so in this mail merge, um, we are going to use a Google spreadsheet which will have a list of my contacts and one email template and maybe one additional a library that I'll show you a new thing how you can use some of your favorite libraries inside of Google Apps Script. All right, okay, let's make my function name mail merge. Okay, as a first step, let's create a simple email template, right? Create HTML email template, hit enter. Uh, let's say div hi. Maybe we need to render the name here and um, some body of the content, something like welcome to the Google App Script tutorial. Okay, and let's use multiple variables. Um, um, Div. All right, this is more than enough, right? And just save this and go to the code. And here I'm going to get this email template. Let's say you can write const email template equal to HTML service dot create HTML output from file, right? And type the name of the file. In this case, our email template is email template, and maybe you need to put HTML dot uh, get content. Okay, all right, and then I'm going to send this email to someone I know. In order to get some email address, let's go and type get nada, and I'll get some temporary email boxes, right? I just click copy, and I'm going to show you some basic example of sending mail. Mail app dot send mail. Okay, here they say the example of how you can write. It's like you can just copy this entire code and paste here. Okay, and paste here. Subject. Um, let's say welcome, or even we can enter the. I mean, we can compile the name also into the subject. Hi, name. Uh, Inviting you uh, to the tutorial, right? It could be any subject. I'm not going to send any inline images, just I'm removing them. All right, the HTML body is supposed to be the one I created. This one will go. Okay, so That's all about. Now the program is ready, and I'm going to send the email. Let's save this and hit run. Let's see what happens. Okay, because it's a Google Apps script, it requires your permission to run once. And I say allow. Now it's done. I think this email will take a couple of minutes to reach in the GetNada. Oh, we got the email here. I just opened. I got the body of the email, and I see here, right? So the next step, I'm going to show you how to interpolate these variables with the help of Mustache. Mustache is one of the libraries. Let's say Mustache, a JavaScript library, which is one of the famous thing I use. Very simple, logicless string interpolation library. In this scenario, you see like any variable that you use, which will compile from the variable. Say in this scenario, this is a whole string. In it, if we pass any JSON like that, and it will produce a result something like the Joey will place here, and the number will place um, um, here. All right, so let's go and use, right? In order to use any such a library, it's not like a straightforward. We need to go and find whether it is available. Okay, Google Apps Script, Mustache library. Okay, so I'm just searching here. It says someone has written the Mustache library for a Google Apps Script. Okay, you can just copy this library key or a script key and come back to your code, and here there is a library. Go there and simply paste here and do lookup, and it will always select the latest version and click add. All right, now let's see how to use it. It's very simple. Before that, we need a variable, right? um, let's say var contact equal to uh, name. All right, in this case I'll type my name. All right, so I'm going to use this in this variable mustache dot render the string plus I'll also pass my person variable like a contact variable. The same way I'm going to use with my the body of the email as well, and contact. All right, okay, and now you save this and let's run and see how this goes. Click run. Okay, it's done. Right, now go back and check the email, and you see the second mail you got. You see the difference, right? The first time the name come as, you know, just plain text, but this time it got interpolated into the respective variable, right? So now the email looks good. I think the Google Apps Script does simply a magic. Now let's talk about a mail merge, right? The mail merge is a function. Basically it sends thousands of people from a single email. Placing all the placeholder. That's what we call it as a mail match, right? Now, how can we do? Let's go and create a simple Excel file with all my contact. Okay, so let's say mail merge contacts, whatever the name you wish. Okay, you put some title. Let's say name, age, uh, email, email, whatever the detail you wanted to. Even you wanted to send a different subject to different people, you can obviously put all those variables here. And I mean, for now, just as a use case, I'm putting a very uh, few variable here, and let's say type some name 7H30, and my email ID is the one I copied here. Okay, I copy this and go and paste here, and let's say I type Priya, and age is 30, and I'm going to get a few more inboxes. All right, and add inbox. Okay, it gives me one more mailbox. Copy this and come here and paste. All right, let's say another name. So age is 10, and let's get one more temporary mailbox, and I copy this. I use GetNada. It's really gives you temporary emails for you, and paste this. Okay, all right, now we created the list of my contact that um, to which I'm going to send the email, and let's do little beautify, yeah, even though it is not necessary, and do little bit all right. Okay, so these are all the contact I'm going to send email, right? If you remember or look at my other videos, I mentioned that every file in the Google Drive got its own unique ID. In order to use it, you need to just copy that ID. Okay, so I copied this Excel sheet ID and I come here. Let's see, const spreadsheet ID equal to, you paste the sheet. Now let's see how to read this sheet values. All right. Google gives a pretty easy way to read the Google spreadsheet content. All right. Let's say cons my let's say spreadsheet um, equal to spreadsheet app dot open by ID. All right. Okay. I'm sorry. Here I should have used equal symbol and paste here. Okay. And now we got the spreadsheet and read the um, page. Okay, spreadsheet page equal to spreadsheet dot get um, let's see sheet by uh, name. We can enter the name of the sheet in order to get. So here I'm going and just renaming this to, let's say, contacts. Okay, so you can create as many as sheets, and you can even read any particular page content. All right, in this case I'm going to read the contents, and the next step is that I'm going to get entire values. All right, const um, contacts equal to uh, spreadsheet page dot get data range dot get values. Okay, what it will do is it will read the entire sheet data into the contact variable. All right, in this case let's remove the temporary variable we created, because we have three contact here, or in your case it could be 1,000 contact. Okay, you can run the script so that it will go by loop, and it will send email to all the contact just by a click. Okay, and now go and loop this variable. All right, how do we loop? It's a simple for loop where I equal to 0. That's a basic way we learned the program, right? I less than the contacts. It's a two-dimensional array. You have to remember, right? Google Sheet has row versus column, so that this value will always be two-dimensional array. And now you say I mean, I'm just taking the first one dot length and I plus plus. In other way, you can say column and column and column. Okay. Now we are going to get the name of the column into one of the JSON variable. Okay. Let's do var each contact equal to one JSON variable and just let's say um, in other way I mean these are all idea how to read the values. I'm going to read the first rows as a key values to my JSON. All right. um, so here the um, column headers equal to an array. In that array I'm going to push each column names, um, 0 and column, right? So I'm just reading each cell, like I mean I'm taking the first row, that's what you see the contact 0. In that I'm going each column and taking the value. So in this case it will put it like name, age, email, something like that. So I read the JSON now. It's done. Now I'm going by um, rows. Okay. So a row and row, row. So in this case, I'm not going to read by the uh, first column. Instead, I'm going to read the uh, entire uh, table row length. All right. Um, so let's uh, okay here where each contact equal to, right, hit enter. Okay, and read each column in it, right. The each column here we say that instead of a row 0, because the first row is basically header, it's not a contact. So in this case I'm reading from the second row. All right. And here you always use um, the first row as a header. And so here each contact of column 0, um, the column 0 would be column 0 um, equal to um, and remove this. So column of 0, another way, dot column equal to uh, the row of column is the value. All right. So let's see how it prints a JSON. Ideally, I need each contact as a JSON, and just comment this for now. And let's see print how this gets printed. Log each contact. Let me see how it gets printed. Maybe it will ask for permission because first time we read the Google spreadsheet, right? Okay, say hello, and it is going and running. Okay, you see, so every case I got like okay, is it good? Like her name and age, my email ID, and the next person name, age, email ID, right? So it just contact. I mean, I'm taking a simple JSON variable from here. So each row I'm creating a separate JSON. This is a JSON I'm going to pass to the mustache variable in order to send the email, right? All looks okay. So let's move these two variable inside of my for loop. Okay. So now instead of contact, put it like each contact here and here. Okay. This time I use the age also. Um, you know, um, one of the variable. So I'm going to try to interpolate into my template. Um, let's say this program is eligible for 8 plus ages according to our database. Your ages, let's say print age variable, right? So I'm going to just show you how multiple variables can be interpolated, right? So I use a two variable, one is a name, another one is age. So from this Excel sheet, my program is reading them, and those values converted, the Excel sheets converted as a JSON, which will then interpolated here. Okay, here I need to use the email also, right? All right. Okay, here, how do we get the email? So from this each contact, we know, right? It's a simple JSON. I'm going to use email, right? Because here, this is a key I'm using. But I think one more error I see. I use a lowercase here, but in the Excel sheet, I used title case. So I have to be careful because it's a program variable, right? The variable it should be exact as is. All right. Okay. Now let's go and run this. Run and let's see what happens. Okay, it's look like done. And go back and see all your inboxes. Um, okay, you got this email now. Just open and see. Hi, cell. The cell you see it is actually coming from this sheet, and then age is interpolated here. Let's go and look at all other customer or recipient emails, right? This one, right? Okay, this is interpolated here and age 30. Go back, and this one, it's sudden and with the this time the body of the email has a additional variable like 30. Wow, you see a simple just a few lines of um, Google Apps Script reads your thousands of contact, and it just send an email, whatever I mean, it's not really the simple email that you compose. You can create any fancy email if you know HTML. You can create as creative as fancy emails, and you can you can make all the cosmetic work in this HTML, and Google can send very colorful emails. In order to show you, let's say style, and let's try something. Okay, uh, background color, let's say teal, and the border 1px solid orange. I'm i'm not really looking at. Okay, I'm not just looking at a specific color. And let's see span, um, just highlighting the recipient name. It's just an idea. You can do whatever you want. Right? Okay. I don't know whether it's a font color. I think color is more than enough. CSS font color. I may be wrong. Yeah, that's good. Color is enough. Now let's save and go and run. Okay, run. This time we'll see the colorful email, right? Okay, go to get nada, go to inbox. Let's see the new email arrived. Okay, you see the the fancy colorful HTML file. The body of the email is received. That's good. Okay, so if you have any doubt or queries in this script, please use the comment feature and please send your comments. Thanks for watching. Bye.